Yo, how y'all doing? 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 Greetings. I am back. I wasn't gonna come back, but I figured let me come back. I said I would come back, so I'm back. I'm back, and I'm here. How y'all doing? Happy Thursday. I think today's Thursday, right? Happy Thursday. Hope you guys are feeling good, looking good, taking care of yourself, and all the other good stuff. All right. How's everything going with y'all? I just made this shirt, and I realized it's a pretty. I like the shirt. It says in my muscle zaddy era. I don't know why I made it, but I made it. In my muscle zaddy era. I just felt like making it. I don't like when people call me that zaddy stuff, but I like the shirt. But so listen. Earlier, I was talking about we allowing people to tell us the same thing over and over and over before we believe it, right? We allow people to show us over and over and over how they really feel, but we still act like we don't hear by their actions. Hot quarter, what's up? How you doing? Hot quarter speaks. You know what I mean? Like we allow people to show us over and over and over, and we still want to hear it from their own mouth instead of hearing it from their actions. And I think that's our biggest problem. I think that's why we end up losing what we call ourself, right? We lose, as you call it, yourself, which you can't really lose yourself is because you're around certain energy that distracts you from who you really are. And I think a lot of people get distracted. You know what I mean? Hey, Tommy. A lot of you get distracted from yourself, but you said that you lose yourself. And this is why you have to be careful about the energy that you surround yourself with. The energy that you choose to be around. I am thankful. What's good? Hey, IJ. But like I said, many people, we keep being around the same energy, the same people. And that's where we are being stifled. That's where we are being disrespected, dishonored. That's where we are fighting just to be recognized. You see, when you're around somebody that you gotta fight to be recognized, something is off. Something doesn't make sense. When you're with someone that you gotta fight to feel relevant, something is off. When you're around somebody that you have to fight to feel like you are important, something is off. Something is really off. When you're around somebody that you feel that, this is, somebody inboxed me just the other day. Hey, Natty, how you doing? Somebody inboxed me the other day, and their question was, listen, this guy is saying all these things, but he's been a year and a half, and he's not showing me these things. And I'm trying so hard to put the words to the action, but I need help. I said, you are trying to connect somebody's words to their action, and you are trying so hard to connect it, and you're seeing that it's not making sense, yet you're still trying to connect. Why would you try to connect their words to their action? Don't you see that their actions and their words are completely off alignment? Right? Oh, it's 18:25 days. Okay, okay. Well, I'm glad that you caught me. Thankful. She said, I am trying so hard to connect the words to the action, but it's not making sense. What should I do? I said, what should you do with what? I said, what else do you want to do? Hey, Carolyn. I said, that's the problem. I said, that's the issue. You are doing his part. You are doing their part. Their part is to connect their action with their words. You are trying to put them together, and you ain't getting nothing. Jamisha, how you doing? Welcome. And so this is how people get in trouble. This is how, and they, here's the problem, man. You know why you all got hurt so much? Hey, Chesney, you know why you all get hurt so much? You're in a place where you don't feel comfortable. You don't feel happy. You don't feel safe. You feel broken. You feel worse. And you stay there. You choose to stay there. And then you're going to blame somebody. It's always some sorry excuse. And, some of y'all don't want to hear this because, of course, you got excuses. Hey, Ninas. People have known when they grew out. Indeed. Everybody want to make excuses. But I stay this long because I this and like that. That's an excuse. Because we all know when we are not desired. We all know it. We just don't want to believe it. But we know it. Like, when somebody don't want you. We know when somebody don't want us. We know. That's something that we know. We know when somebody don't want us. We know when we are not wanted. We know our entire, every part of us tells us. Our minds, our hearts, our bodies, our awareness, you know, your chest, your everything tells you that you're not wanted, but it's so hard to accept. I think that's the hard part is to accept it. Nobody wants to accept it. And I think that's why we go with our feelings. We want to accept our feelings. It's about what you feel. It becomes about what you feel, what I feel. Listen, if you allow somebody to tell you 3, 4, 5 times that they don't want you, you have problems. You have problems. If you allow somebody to tell you 3 or 4 times that they don't want you, you have deeper problems. You have more problems than they not wanting you. Seriously. Like seriously, if you allow somebody to tell you 3, 4, 5 times that they don't want you, your problem is not them not wanting you. Because people tell me, Kirk, my issue is they don't want me. That is not your issue. Your issue is deeper. It's deeper. The issue is not as simple as we think. Our issue is why do you hurt so much to be rejected? Do you want you is the question. Because I don't think a lot of you want you. I think a lot of you don't want you. And I think when somebody agrees with you, you can't take it. It's like when somebody say, hey, do I look fat in my dress? I think I look fat. And the other person say, yes, you do. You can't, you think they are rude. You think they are mean. And how dare you say I'm fat? You said you fat too. You said that you look fat in your outfit. Why can't I agree? Do you know in this life, people will agree with you. The people that you choose will be the ones who agree with how you feel about yourself. Seriously. Don't want you, then turn around and chase you. They say they don't want you and turn around and chase you. They're not chasing you. They don't want you just to make, when somebody tells you that they don't want you, they are telling you this just to make sure that I don't want you. However, if we do something, hey Speedy, if we have sex, if I touch your little private part, or if you touch my private part, don't forget, I still don't want you. I'm telling you, I don't want you. However, as we call it, I'm a man and I have needs. Isn't that what people say? They always have needs. They always have needs. I'm a man and I have needs. I don't need you. I just need your body parts. You know how disrespectful that is? And you all don't even think it is. You all just give it up anyway. There you go. Take it. You know how disrespectful that is? You are trying to give your heart to a person who just wants your chest. Hear what I just said. You're trying to give your heart to a person who just wants your chest. They don't want to go past your chest area. They're not going inside of your chest cavities. They just want your chesticles. That's all they want. You're trying to force your heart onto a person who just wants your body. That's disrespectful to your body. That's sad. Your body don't respect you anymore because you are pawning it off on somebody who don't respect your heart. Hey, Lindy, how you doing? But that's what people do. It's sad. Hey, Biffy, how you doing? But that's what people do. So I'm saying, man, you gotta take responsibility for your own stuff that you create in your life too, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Lindy. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Mimi B, how you doing? But seriously, you are letting people tell you the same thing twice, 3, 4 times. Like I said earlier, if my wife tell me one time, I've been married to my wife for 9 years, 10 years, 9 years. If my wife got one time to tell me she don't want me, I respect her boundaries. If you don't want me, I trust that you know what the hell you want. Because she's grown. I trust that my wife that I chose, I trust that this woman know exactly what she wants. And if she tell me she don't want me no more, she have outgrown me, I no longer fit in her life, listen, you can't force yourself to fit in people's life. You can't force yourself and make them feel guilty because you no longer fit in their life like how you want to be fit in their life. It is time for you to wake your ass up and get your ass out. Some of you want to stay, be used, and complain about being used. You want to stay, be used up as you stay, because if you stay and you're going to get used. Accountability is big. If you stay, you're going to be used. You're going to get used because you're there. But when you get used, don't complain because you still, when somebody tells you that they don't want you, I don't care if you're drunk. Listen, I'm telling you all something, right? One thing about words, words come from people's hearts. Words come from people's hearts. I don't think you all realize that how much words come from people's hearts. Words come, and listen, and if I'm wrong, it's time to grow up and say what you mean and mean what you say. If you want to teach your man or your woman to communicate, when they speak, listen. And when they speak, act on their words. Make sure listen, begin to hold people accountable for they say. You have to begin to hold people accountable for they say. I have to be told more than once. I'm telling you. No, don't get me wrong. If my wife tell me she don't want me, of course I will feel bad. Of course, my feelings would be, damn. It's been 9 years, 10, 11 years, and you don't want me no more? God, but I promise you, you ain't got to tell me twice. I respect it. I respect your boundaries. You want me to respect your boundaries? Let me respect your words too. You want me to respect your boundaries? Let me respect your words. Don't change your mind, because no, I don't trust you. Now I think that you just know. I don't care if you was drunk. If you was drunk, you mean what you said. One thing about drunk people, they mean what they say. One thing about angry people, you see, you all let people talk to you angry in disrespect because they're angry. Well, because I'm angry, I was angry. Yeah, you're grown. Before you were angry, you were grown. Hey, Melanin, don't change your mind. Before they were angry, they were grown. Hey, Jasmine, we have to understand this. We got to teach folks to be grown. We teach our young kids, our daughters and our son, when they come whining, hey, spit it out. When they come stuttering, spit it out. When they come, with that tears, say what you want to say. But when it comes to your grown-ass man or your grown-ass woman, we expect them to come around, speak what you mean, because everything that you say, I'm going to take it to heart. I'm going to take you very seriously. And when you begin to do that, when you begin to put the responsibility back on them, you said it. I'm going where you are. I am just following your words. You want me to go, I'm going. Damn it, I'm going. If you change your mind, too bad. But at least you're going to learn. See, some of you, I want to take the hit. Taking the hit. Taking the hit. Taking the slapping words. Taking the slapping words. Taking talking about, because I love you. It's because I love you so much. That's not love. That's stupidity. Love is blind. No, love is not blind. Love is not blind. Like I said before, love is far from blind because you can see your pain. Can't you see your pain? One thing about love, one thing about the idea that love is blind, you realize that it's not true because you can see your pain. Can't you see that pain? Can't you see your feelings are hurt? Can't you see how you are anxious? Can't you see how your body feels? Can't you see how your mind overthinks? Can't you see how your body just feels raggedy? Love is not blind. Love sees it all. That's why your reaction is real. That's why your feelings are real, because it's not blind. It is completely aware. So if you think that you are staying because you love, think again. It's not because you love. It's because you are sick. Y'all, listen. Y'all be letting people talk to you how they want to talk. Hey, they're calling you names. They're gonna call me names? They're gonna call you names? You're letting people call, and you stay there when they come back? I remember when I was, a while ago, I remember I walked out on this lady because she was saying something that I didn't want to hear. Hey, her. She was saying something to me. She was checking me on my own stuff. And I walked out and I slammed the door. That was the last time. I called her back later on when I thought she was calmed down. She said, hey, Kirk, yeah, you good, man. Don't come back. That's how you speak? That's how you communicate? Oh, I'm grown over here. She said, over here we grown. We speak. we speak uncomfortable stuff, even though it's uncomfortable. We speak. We are accountable for our words. She taught me that. And I hated her for teaching me that. I'm telling you, she taught me that lesson. I begin to speak differently. I begin to use my words. You all be holding these kids that you all call your partners who can't even speak what they want to speak because they can't even say what they want to say. Listen, man. Sometimes you have to understand too. Sometimes when a person speak what they want to speak, you be tripping too. Sometimes people be telling you the truth, but you don't want to accept it either. Hey, Miranda. Sometimes folks be telling you all the truth, but you want to cry and you want to scream and you want to cut their tires and you want to call them this and call. That's why they don't want to tell you no more because you don't understand. Communication is two ways. They speak, you listen. You speak, they listen. It's both ways. I don't want to listen. I want to use guilt and because I know and because you want to make them feel bad for telling you that they don't want you. You can't make nobody feel bad for not wanting you. That's their pride. That's their life. People's needs change. Hey, Kimberly. People's needs change. And sometimes you are the change that they need. They don't need you no more. And being grown, yeah. Being grown, you have to, being grown, a part of being grown, you're not the only one that's going to be the one who's doing the rejection. You're going to be the one who's being rejected too. Being grown, you're going to realize that you're going to be the one who is in places where that they don't want to. You're not special. Like seasons, right? I think we think, not me. Yeah, you too. You too. Yeah. Sometimes we are the one. Listen, sometimes we slow people down. Miranda. Sometimes we slow. Do you know that sometimes we are people's distraction too? You see, everybody always pointing out it's them. People just don't. People this. I don't know why he left. I don't know why she left. Because sometimes you become people's damn distractions. You become their. Listen. By the way, Friday I'm coming live with a man. I'm gonna be doing a podcast with a brother who I know in the gym. He is grown. He is in his 50s. He is a good-looking guy, and we're gonna come talk about some stuff that y'all probably don't want to hear. That's gonna make some of y'all uncomfortable. Cause I listened to him speak. I was like, I need you on my stuff, man. I need you on my show. Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I said, I need you on my show because I don't speak like that because I don't see things from your angle. But the things that he speaks, I'm like, oh shoot, they're gonna hate you. But they need to hear. So make sure tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you are bringing your asses on YouTube. It's going to be on YouTube. Only on YouTube. I'm not doing anything. I'm not going anywhere else. I'm not going to be on TikTok. I'm not bringing it on Facebook. It's going to be only on YouTube. It's going to be me and this brother right here in my room talking about what he sees, what's going on. So make sure you bring your asses on YouTube at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You don't want to miss it. My YouTube channel is Conscious Kirk. Conscious with a K. Konscious Kirk. I think my link is in my bio on my TikTok. See what I'm saying? But listen though, seriously, all joke aside, man, all joke aside, we have to be responsible. We have to take accountability. Hey, Nia Love, we gotta take accountability for the stuff that we are doing. It's not just one monkey. It's not just one monkey stopping it. It's not one monkey just stopping it. I think we don't, we want to let people listen. I get it. Sometimes we're in situations that we can't afford. We can't afford the life that we want and stuff. But sometimes you let people tell you over and over and over again. Hey, Lisa, you let people show you. One thing about people, when you allow them to show you their ass over and over and over, you begin to actually unconsciously wipe their ass. Seriously. Because one thing about when somebody show you their ass and they are comfortable in showing you their ass is because you wipe it. You become the toilet paper. And that's why they keep showing you their ass. Because if you stop wiping it and move on, they will stop showing you their ass. So they are showing you their ass because you keep wiping their ass. because you don't want to understand that's not your job anymore, but you want the job. Because why would somebody keep showing you their bare ass if you do nothing about it? But nobody wants to think that. Nobody wants to realize that. I agree to what you're saying with dating. So the investment with marriage, I think, is a bit different, but I know most don't think it is. Listen, I think it's different too. I think it's different. I think the investment with marriage and dating is different because marriage is like you're in bills, you're in debt, it's harder to break away from. But you know what though? I promise you, man, in a marriage, people know what they can get away with. Hey, happiness, my way. Good afternoon. I think in a marriage, people people come to people settle in a marriage, and I think they begin to think they own you. They know what to do to get away with certain things. They know what to. I can't do it. I was talking to a guy today. That same guy who gonna be here on Friday night. He said, "I'm 50 something years old. I don't have this in me no more." He said, "Oh, I'm not doing. I realize as you get older, you get less patience. People are losing their patience, women and men. It's not just men. I mean, it's not the women, men too. Men are saying F it. F you, F it, F dating, F marriage. I'm not putting up with nothing. I realize that people rather be alone. I think I'd rather be alone if I have to go through all those things. I'm perfectly good alone. If I had to go through all those things, I'd rather be alone too. Doesn't mean that I wouldn't try ever again. It means I would rather be. I would not feel bad being alone. I would feel actually good because sometimes being alone is the upgrade. Hey, Christine. Sometimes being alone is the upgrade. Being single is the upgrade. That's just what it is. Because ain't no way that you get to tell me 3 or 4 times that you don't want me. See, back in my 20s, you probably could have. You know what I'm saying? Back in my 20s, you probably could have told me a couple times. Hey, buddy. You know, but when you see that when you grow up, like in my old marriage, you know, my ex-wife told me before a couple times that she doesn't want me, then keep changing her mind. Now, you see, we all have came from a place of what we have seen, touched, tasted, what we have experienced. You don't get to tell me once. You get to tell me one time. Hey, Renea, and it's not a bad thing. It's because people are now comfortable alone. They have been alone for so long that they don't even want to. Uh, uh, I don't even want to try harder. But I'm telling y'all, man, a lot of people know what they are doing. They know exactly what they are doing. You're all just acting like, one thing about self-love, man, and I don't usually talk about self-love much. I don't usually talk about self-love that much. But one thing about, and it's not even about self-love. It's not about, because I think we have self-love a complete disaster. I think we have the idea of self-love completely confused. I think it's more of the sense of self-fulfillment. It's not about self-love. Because some of you say self-love, but this shit, the love crap that you all talk about is so selfish and so insecure and so angry, and so it's not self-love. That stuff is too angry to be self-love. That self-love that self-love that folks talk about is so angry and bitter and I got peace. That's not peace. If that's peace, I don't want it. If that's called peace, I don't want that peace. You're still bitter. You don't have any trust. You don't have any peace. You don't have any. That's self-love. You can keep it. A lot of people say self-love is the best love. Self-love is the same damn love. It's love. It's just love flowing on the inside that you are using for yourself. I've been alone for almost 2 years. I do have a desire for. Yeah. I work with pro. What's up, Angela? How you doing? But seriously, that self-love stuff, it becomes toxic. It becomes self-alonement. Some of you are taking the self-love too far. I saw a quote. It says, I have healed so much that I don't even like nobody. That's not healing. That's just ridiculous. I have healed so much, I don't even like nobody. Really? How is that healing? To not like nobody? How is that healing? it's not about really self-love. It's about being self-fulfilled emotionally, spiritually, physically, mindfully, financially, healthily. It's about all. It's about the whole. When you are fulfilled, you realize that there is nothing that you are missing out on. But however, does true love still exist? There is no false love. It's only love. The only love that exists is true love. So when the question is asked, does true love still exist? That means you have to look in yourself and see if it's there. Do you think that you have true love? If you think that you have true love, then you know it exists. If you don't have true love, if it's not within you, then it doesn't exist. Because no matter if it exists in me, you still can't, it still don't exist in you. So does true love exist? That's your question that you're gonna answer. This is your experience. This is your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. Because true love only happens in you. So if you ask and if it exists, then maybe it doesn't in your world. That's like saying, does trust really exist? Do you trust? Well, yes. Well, then there you go. Do you love your kids? Is the love true? Yes, then that true love do exist. Because when I look at my kids, I know for a fact true love is real. Indeed, De La Soul, indeed. One thing about, listen, if I hear so many people say love don't exist anymore, but do you have kids? Well, yes. Then how does love not? Do you love your kids? Well, yes. Then how does love not exist? If you love your kids, you love your parents, you love your family, how does what you are doing to your family, which is love, how does love not exist? It exists fully within all of us. You just choose to use it whenever you want to use it. You are using it conditionally. You are using it when somebody looks good, when somebody is tall, when somebody is sexy, when somebody is thick, when somebody is thin, when somebody is this. We only using it. We only use love once in a while. We don't use it all the time. And the moment that we use it, we get scared. Hey, Juju, we get scared because what if he hurts me? What if she hurts me? That's not love. That's just ridiculousness. Indeed, Miranda. Indeed. But does true love really exist? Only you could answer the question. If it exists in you, then it exists. Does happiness exist? If I have it, then it do exist. If does a $20 bill exist? Well, I see it in my hand. That means it do exist. Is a delusion that challenge will stop because you love. Love is open to all experiences. I think what we consider love is somebody don't act the way how we think that they should act, and we think love is not there. Some people have self-control issues that their loving you won't stop. Some people have some self-control issues that them loving you won't stop it. Some people have addiction issues that whether they love you or not, it won't stop. I think sometimes we are taking that to say it doesn't exist because the people have issues. Listen, people. The thing that listen. Here's the thing. We come with some. Hey, don't we come with some shit though? We come with some shit. Don't we come? You come with all your past stuff. Good morning. Hey Belize, how you doing? We come with. Give me a second. Let me plug this thing in. We come with some stuff, don't we? We come with some stuff. Danielle, we come with some stuff, don't we? Hey Tanel, we come with some serious stuff. All of us do. Some of us come with no tolerance. Your tolerance level is like your tolerance level. You got this. Like you got this. You see, like when you was in your 20s, you tolerate this. 30s, it shrink to like 1/4 of that. Your 40s, it came here. Your 50s, you got this left. You ain't got nothing. You don't tolerate nothing that can't fit through here. Oh, I just did bicep today, so I just cramped. I just moved my arm just cramped. Lord have mercy. I need some water. You ain't got. We come with something. Even your lack of tolerance is what you come with. You think it's normal to not tolerate anything as soon as you see something that looks scary? I spoke to someone the other day, and it was another man. I said, brother, here's the problem. I said, you're ready to run. You're ready to run at everything that you see because everything is a threat. I say, it's not that the woman is bad. It's not that she's a bad person. It's just that you are ready to run. You are in a space. You are on the safari, and you're seeing a bunch of lions, and you just ready to run. She's not doing anything wrong. You're just in a space of running. And so everything that you find, everything that you see, everything that looks off or feel off, you're ready to hide and run and fight. I said, that's a problem. Because if you become relaxed, you won't be so ready to run because people come with shit, man. People come with shit. People come with some stuff. People come with some stuff. And if you want to love somebody, you have to love them with the stuff. I ain't saying love the stuff. Love them with their stuff. You have to. It's like you want a woman, she has kids and you don't want to love her kids, but you want to love her. No, love them with the stuff. And vice versa. You have to love people with the stuff. You know what you all want to do? You don't want to love the people with the stuff, but you want them to love you with your shit, with your stuff. That's what we do. Nobody wants to love people. I hear people say, you have to accept me and what I came with. But you don't want to accept nothing about them. In this dating era, the problem is you want a man or woman to accept you for what you have, for where you're at. You have to accept me because, I have 4 kids, and you have to accept that. He comes with 5'1", and you don't want to accept him for his height. But you should accept me for your 4 or 5 kids. He have to accept me for, I have 5 kids, but he only makes 60,000. Well, you have to accept. And nobody thinks that's wrong. Nobody thinks that makes sense. Nobody sees that. You want people to accept you for where you at, but you don't want to accept them for where they're at. And how do you find? And so even if you find somebody else who's your level, who you want, they still have to accept you for what you got. They still have to accept you for what you got. And sometimes they choose not to. And you know what though? We're in this dating world. Let me tell you how you make it hard for yourself in dating. Let me tell you how you make it hard for yourself. I was watching an episode just now of Pop the Balloon. The Pop the Balloon challenge? You know what I'm talking about, right? That ridiculous show? Pop the Balloon challenge. This guy on here, I guess he was 5'7". And I saw 2 episodes of that. I don't know why it's going on my newsfeed. He was 5'7", and the woman was telling him that he's too short. And he hated that. And he was just arguing with them. He was arguing with them. Facts, Empire. Facts. He was arguing with them. When people say out loud what they don't like and what they like, if you don't fit the criteria, let it be an easy thing. That means you don't have to be involved in that. That means you don't have to be confused. If a woman tell me, hey, Kirk, listen, because I'm a short man. If somebody say, if I hear a woman say, I don't like short men, I don't have to confuse myself with you. I don't have to put you in my circle of what I'm confused with or who I get to pick from. I can weed you out easily. It's an easy place to, but you all want to fight them. Because you think it's about you. So a man say, I like women with natural hair. But just ease yourself out. Just ease your ass out. That means you're not in there. Don't be in there. I like women who's slimmer. Now because you're bigger, you want to feel bad. Listen, I don't want to make it easier. You all don't want to make it easy for you. Don't you want to make it easier for you, man? When women say, I want a man who makes 6-figure. Man, why are you mad for? Okay, that's what you want. What you mad for? What you mad about? If they want a 6-figure man, look for the ones who don't mind. You're 5.5 figures. That's it. It means you don't have to force somebody to be there. You ain't got to beg them to be there. You ain't got to convince them, because I ain't convincing a damn person to be there. But everybody want to get out. We go on social media. This woman is saying this man is saying this, what they want and what they don't want, and you get mad. If you don't fit the damn description, move the hell on. Find somebody who you fit. But nobody want to find a person that fit their description. You want to complain about the one who said that they don't want you. You want to complain about the one who said that that you're not their type. You want to complain for what? Somebody asked me recently. I was talking to somebody, and I think we were talking about something, and I said, I have never had a woman reject me for my height, even though I'm short. I have never been rejected for my height. Because if you don't like tall men or short men, I'm not even curious about you. I stay in my lane. If this is what my lane is, that's where I choose from. Nobody want to choose from what they are matching. You want to choose in a higher bracket. Some of you want to choose in brackets where you don't belong. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Some of you want to choose from different brackets where you don't fit. Hey, Cece. Some of you want to choose from brackets where you can't sit your ass uncomfortable. That's not where you are. But you can't stand it because you think they should accept you for who you are. I've heard women say all the time, I'm a woman and you should, women are different. You should. No, you too. Hey, Shadrika, how are we doing? You in this too. You get some of this. You get some of this rejection too. Come sit your butt down and get some rejection. Like everybody else. Seriously. But nobody wants to be okay with being rejected. Nobody wants to be out of... Listen, I know that I can't have every woman in this world. I know I can't have everybody. So the ones who I can have is who I'm perfectly fine picking from. Some of you think that means I'm settling. It's not settling. That's where I have. Just like houses. I can't afford $1 million, $2 million, $3 million houses, so I settle for the ones who I can afford. I can afford the ones in the whatever price range. The one how much is that one? 300? Yeah, I could get that. How much is that one? 200? No, that's not bad. 400? I don't know. That's a little. I don't know if the house gonna want me because I might be stressing a little bit. Like seriously, how much is that one? 150? I like 150. 150. I don't have to overwork. I don't have to overdo. I don't have to put in extra hours. You all don't understand this. But you all want the man or the woman that you have to try and convince and feel this and just to make you feel important. You are doing it wrong. And when you can't have the one that you want, I don't want to settle. I'd rather, please, y'all need to wake your asses up. Because somebody's settling for you too. Somebody is settling for you right now. See, the one that you want might be settling for you, but you don't understand. Nobody wants to understand that. Y'all got this idea, hey, Lisa? Stay. If you stay in your lane, you're perfectly fine. But some of you don't see yourself. Listen, you see, one thing about a man, listen, it's different between a man. Seriously, it's different between a man and a woman. You see this right here? This is what you get. There's no filter on here. There's no makeup. My forehead is my forehead. My nose is my nose. There's no contour. Well, whatever my height is my height. I don't wear high heel shoes. I can't put in no. I don't want to wear heels because it feels funny on my foot, my ankle at this age. If I wear them little, they have like those male sneakers now that you wear them things and your ankle just be twitching all day. I don't want to wear those things. I want to be comfortable. You know what I mean? My clothes is my clothes. I go to the gym. I'm in gym clothes most of the times. I wear a t-shirt. I can't hide this. This is what you're going to see. So when you see me, that's what you see. That's what you get. And when I see myself, I'm 5'6.5", depending on what day it is, 5'4" on a bad day, 5'7" on a great day, sunny day. Like now, it's about 85 degrees. I'm about 5'7" today. I'm like 5'7", 5'6" and 3/4. I'm pushing it. 5'5". So I'm in there. Now I know a lot of women don't want a 5'6" man. Oh, let me check you out off my block. It's all right. Check you, check you. You don't want to fight. Check you. I don't mind. Check you. No, you fine. Check you. No, I don't. Don't explain yourself. Check you. No. You're fine, girl. If you don't want it, you have the right to not want it. But here's the problem. You, ladies, you get to change your whole face. You get to change your whole face. Your whole face look different. Your whole head look different. The only way I know your true complexion is when I look at your neck and look at your face and realize, wait, that's two different complexion. Your neck don't look like your face color. Hold on. Which one is the right one? You get to change your entire height wearing heels. I know this lady who only wear heels. She don't wear sneakers. She don't wear flats. Only heels. She walking around about 5'7" and thinks that she's 5'7". She walks around every day about standing at 5'7". She's about 5'1". So she want a tall man. Listen, chick, you 5'1". Don't forget that. You're 5'1". You're 5'1". You know what I mean? So you get to walk around taller. You look, you know, your face ain't got nothing on it. Your face, you know, nobody could see your cigarette burns or your stress marks. Nobody can see them little droopy things. Nobody can see nothing at all. So you see, you cover it up and then you forgot about it. And now, so when you go out in public, you think that's what you get. You think that you get this. But in all reality, you don't get that either. You don't get that. Because it's only in your mind. That's what you think. You know, it's like, you probably slept with a dude who made 7 figures one time, and you slept with him, and you think that that's your new standards, not realizing that men who make 7, 6, 8 figures sleep with anything. They won't marry them, but they will sleep with them. They will, especially if you find, oh, they're crushing you. You getting hit. But if you change, if you thinking that that becomes your new standards, you're gonna be in trouble. Let me tell you something. A man who makes 6, 7, 8 figures will sleep with you when they are drunk. They will sleep with you when they are not drunk. They will hit it. But in your mind, that's my new standards. In his mind, shoot, that's a groupie. She just, shoot, let me hit. It sounds bad. I know it sounds bad, but it's the truth. Empire, I'm just speaking it like how it is. Of one thing I know, one thing I know that is men. One thing I know that is, see, when men make a lot of money, men don't really care. You think he cares. He doesn't care. I make a decent amount of money. I probably make money than what you think I make. I probably make a lot more than what you think I make. Because you all probably never see me working or see me at work. But when I look at a woman, if I was single, oh, shoot. Oh, she get it. She get it too. If I was single and just a regular dude, she'll get it. Oh yeah, she get it. I don't care where she works. I don't care how much kids she have. She'll get it. I wouldn't want her, but she'll get it. What's up, Maxwell? I mean, what's up, Maxwell? She'll get it. Now, in you getting it, you think that's your standards. Oh, I can pull a 6, 7 figure man. In my thing, I'm like, shit, I'm just hitting it because hey Gwen, in your mind, oh, I put a 6, 7 figure man. In my mind, I'm like, shoot. What's up? Y'all don't understand this. And so we have a lot of people who think that the men who want them is not in their league. It's not. Come on, that's what this stuff is not. You think? Do you think more women are average or above average? I'm average. I'm average height. Actually, I'm below average height. To be honest with you, I'm a below average height man. But I'm not ashamed to say those things. You know why? Because shit, it is what it is. Somebody gotta be above, and somebody gotta be there, and somebody gotta be below. Some of us, we have to choose from our pool. We gotta choose. We are trying to choose up, and it's not working for us. And are we bitter? We angry because the ones you want don't want you. The ones you want don't look at you. The ones you want don't even know that you lie. The ones you want hit and they move out. The ones that you want, they come, they hit, and they move the hell out. And they lie, men are dogs. No, if you focus on the ones who really want you, you're gonna realize there's a lot of good men out there. And good women too. But you want somebody to brag about. It's good. This social media era, are you waiting to change? All you waiting to do is change your status on Facebook. Say, I'm in a relationship now. you, you can't wait to change your damn status on social media. In a relationship now with such and such, with their face covered. Don't put my face on this shit. Don't put my pictures up there. What's wrong with you? Oh, that's all you want? Don't put my face on that shit. Hey, take my picture down. But why? We're in a relationship. Still, take it down. You know, I used to be with a woman. I used to be with a woman before, a long time ago. She told me, hey, no, don't put my picture up there. I said, why not? I know she was still married. Chick was still married. I said, shit, I didn't even know that. That's back in the days. Chick was still married. I said, oh, shit, good thing I know. Man, Lamont, sometimes the one you want don't want you. Sometimes we have to learn. Last time I got to change first. You know, sometimes one of the best things to learn is to love the ones who love you. You know, when you learn to love the ones who love you, it put the responsibility on love on you. Do you all understand that? To love the ones who love you. Some of you all hate that. What if you just can't? What if they're not your type? What if they're not your type? Man, grow up. I'd rather be myself. Okay, then be by yourself. But don't talk about it. Don't keep talking about it. Leave it alone. If you're gonna do it, do it. If not, don't do it. Leave it alone. That is true too. That is true to Miranda. Social media makes it easy to cheat, but easy to get caught. After who you love. If you can't be with the one you love the one you're with. That, and you know, ain't that a song? Nobody wants to. Here's the thing. Let me be honest for a second. Nobody wants to exercise that power within themselves. I had to learn to love my wife. Nobody want to talk about that. Hey, sunshine. I had to learn to love my wife. I said that sometimes you all think that is me being mean. If she here, you all know that whatever I tell you, I can say right when my wife is there, right? Because sometimes my wife is right there making my videos, and she don't bother me. It's people on social media. Oh my God, I can't believe you said it about her. Y'all understand? She knows me. And when I say that, people are always, so you trying to say that's him? Shut up. Just stop with that unhealed trauma stuff that you're carrying around you. When I married my wife, I didn't love her like that. Because that's not what I married for. I didn't marry for love. Can I just talk to you all without you all misunderstanding what I'm saying with your unhealed trauma? When I married my wife, it wasn't because of love. Does that hurt somebody's feelings? It wasn't because of love. I didn't marry her because I loved her so much. I married her, what's up, Dex? Because she made sense. I married her because she made sense. Many of you don't understand this. I didn't marry her for love. I married her because she made sense. Her lifestyle, the way she carried herself, she was driven. She was certain things that I wanted. She was who I wanted. It made sense. I said, girl, let's get married. Hey, travel escapist, how you doing? And then I learned to love my wife. I learned my wife, people hate to hear this. My wife was not my type. She was not my physical type. Some of you are going to take this and say it's a bad thing. She was not my type. She's cute. She's very pretty. I'm not saying that she's not good enough or look. She just wasn't my type I was used to. I used to like those big old booty chicks. Big old thick chicks. Woo! But I had to use wisdom instead of my damn feelings. See, when I was 17 years old and 20 and 25, I was using feelings. That shit took me nowhere. Yeah, Yolanda, I was using feelings. It took me nowhere. I began to use wisdom. Hey, Fiercely. I began to use wisdom. And it made sense because now, boy, I love a woman to death, to life. To life. Thank you, Tierra. Like to life. That's my person. That's my chick. But it took us years to get here. You see, some of you all don't understand the truth about relationship. You just don't get into them and they expect it to just blossom into this beautiful fake ass social media stuff. So the 190. Oh, Yolanda, I hear you. Social media is showing you a fake side of reality, of relationship. They're showing you people on vacation, people traveling. Yeah, that's my man. Stop. Yeah, Gwen. You are seeing these things. If I can't have that, if I can't have that, I don't want it. Y'all stop it. You are in this microwave era. In this life, you have to build. This thing take building. You have to trust. You have to learn to be vulnerable. If you want a relationship, you have to sit your ass down and stop running so quickly. Who am I talking to? Sit your ass down and stop running. And when you all stop running, you're going to see the beauty of a relationship. When you stop running, one thing I learned as a man is to never tell my wife I'm leaving. That brings fear. It makes her to become very survival mode. It makes her to just stop trusting it. Now she begin to, resist. Now she begin to. So I learned never, no matter what we say, no matter how we argue, never tell my wife, I don't want you anymore and I don't like you and I'm done. Never. Shut that shit up. Grow up. Shut that stuff up and grow up. Don't tell people that because a lot of times we are so quick to bring that shit up. What's up, Chris? Indeed. So one thing I learned about my wife was not my type, man. I didn't really like those cute, those cutesy little pretty things because I just didn't. I usually thought those women was like somebody's trophy and they didn't do anything much and they just wanted to be cute. I didn't really care for them. Never really cared for them. So I didn't give her a chance. It took me a long ass time. But after I realized that woman was a great woman, this makes sense. Let me learn to love her. When you learn to love somebody, you learn to see the power of love for real for what it is. You want love to come, you want love to happen like this. You want the chemistry. See, you're ready for the chemistry. You know what I mean? You're ready for the chemistry. You want the instant chemistry. You want that instant feeling. When I met you, there was no chemistry. That's even better. There's a lot of stuff going around on social media that's not true. A lot of stuff ain't true, by the way, that you all see on social media. You all believe it. You all believe in that stuff like it's crazy. You had to make it. I made my own chemistry with my wife. I made my own chemistry with my wife. I had to create it in my mind, in my body, in my spirit. Seriously. Nobody want to put the work in. Nobody want. We look at social media and we want this instant chemistry, and the instant chemistry is what's whooping our asses because it doesn't work. Nobody wants to learn. These people call me every day. I don't know who they are. We don't want to see how what love really is. So we want to love the people who are, hey, hey, hey. Do you know what we want to do? Love the ones who are easy to love. The ones who are hard to love, we can't. We want to love the ones when it's easy to love them. But when they're going through something and it's hard, when they resist, we want to love the ones who love come naturally. And that's why when it comes naturally, it goes even naturally too. A lot of time when it comes easy, it goes away easy too. It goes just as easy as it comes. And you know why? When the feeling goes, it's not that love goes, but that is what we depend on, a feeling to be there. The truth is, you know what I realize what love really is? You know what I realize what love really is? Love is after the obsession stage. Love is after when you, every time you see them, you just feel like you just want to, right? I thought that's what love was. There's this, you want to touch a nipple, you want to get horny, you want to, get excited. I realize love comes after that shit. That's not love, that's obsession. Love comes after that. Seriously. I think we have a false sense of love. I learned that later on in life. I learned that later on in life. I learned that later on in life. I learned that later on. I had to focus on what makes sense. What made sense. And when it made sense, I committed to it. This is what I want. This is what I'm going to do. I want her. Let me love her. It's commitment. Let me love her. Let me love her. So I focused on her. And if I focus on her and stop seeing flaws in her, do you understand how to love somebody properly? When you focus on them with that and stop seeing your flaws and your insecurities, love is very natural. They don't have to be your type. When you remove judgment and you accept them fully, love is right there. That's really what love is, I think you all think love is this supernatural feeling of feeling all this stuff. You know what? When I look at my kids, I don't really see that. I don't have those feelings. I look at my wife, I don't have those feelings. I don't have those feelings for my wife. I don't know what feelings you all think I have. I don't have those feelings. What I have is respect. I give her my name. I must honor my name. I give her my respect. She comes first. She comes before my kids. You put her before your kids? Hell yeah, I do. She made them kids. I put her first. She was here first. I love her first. That's why we tag team these badass kids. We tag team. Your turn. You done? I'm in. Y'all don't understand this. My kids are, no, my wife is everything. My kids is a result of my damn wife. Let me let you understand this. I never understood that until now. My kids is not first. My wife is first. My kids is the product of my marriage. Lele, we tag teaming. My kids is the product of my wife. Yeah, I love your kids first. Man, please. Them people are there. Them people leaving soon. Them kids leaving soon. Them kids leaving in a couple years, them kids are gone. My wife is gonna be there talking about, I lost all my years. Hell no, let me put you girl there. Come here. Them raggedy ass kids? I don't mean to call them raggedy. But them raggedy ass kids, them ungrateful ass kids, boy, my wife's gonna be here still. Cause I don't really want another person. Hey Sierra. Hey David. I don't want to start over again. I don't want another person that, I want the person who I raised my kids with. You know what I mean? Like I want the person who I was broke with. I don't want the ones who just gonna experience the good parts. No, I I don't trust that. I think that's why we are going wrong. We are picking people too late in our damn lives after we struggle. I want the ones who I struggle with. I struggle with my wife at first. F them kids, man. Hey, Miss Henny. I want the one who I raised them kids with, and afterwards let's be free. Let's go. Let's leave these damn kids, man. F them kids. Them kids are ungrateful. So now I invest in her because she first, and if I invest in her, she's gonna treat my kids so damn good too. I realize if I invest in her, she's gonna be good to my kids. If I invest in her, I must invest in my kids too. But if I invest in her, she must invest in my kids really good. So F them kids, man. They don't get to say, wait, what we doing, who, where we going. No, 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 no. Ask your mom. Whatever your mom say. Mommy say, ask you. All right. Tag team. I got it. Mommy say, Daddy, mommy say I can't watch. Okay. Then mommy said it, right? Yes, but what? Sit your ass down. What do you mean? What are you trying to find? A conflict? You ain't no conflicts here. After you raise them, they forget. But after you raise them, your wife is still there needing love. See, a lot of couples, man, a lot of couples end up when the kids leave, they have nothing. The hell no. I can't wait for them kids to leave. F them kids. I can't wait for them kids to leave because I want it back. Yeah, and when the kids leave, man, listen, when them kids leave, my wife still likes me. I still like her too. I don't understand. I like my wife. You gotta like your person. You gotta, some of you are, I love him. But no. I want you to like him. We wanna skip. You can't skip like. You gotta like your person, like your husband, like your wife, like your girlfriend, like your boyfriend. You gotta like them. Because if I don't like you, I can't be with you. Hey, lovely. If I don't like you, that means love is, I wanna like you. You know what, like when you like, you remember when we started? Yeah, remember when we started out, when we like somebody, you want to be around them? Like when you, but after you go to love them, you're like, I mean, I remember I used to be in my car for like an hour in my driveway. Thank you for the gifts. I don't want to be in my car in the driveway for an hour before I come inside. Nah, hell no. When the car, as soon as I pull up, turn that crap off, come inside the house. Hey, I see your face smiling at me. I smile back. Hi. I don't want to be in a car waiting for 3 hours, bumping some music, getting my hype, walk in my house, look at my wife and shake my hand and say, God damn, I don't feel like being here. Putting your wife before your kids, that's a rare honesty in a world obsessed with platitudes, calling children her product, brutally frank, if not a bit reductive and calmer on the show. I don't, to be honest, I don't know what that means. I could honestly say, in my educational level, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. You have to break that one down. I'm a very simple man. You gotta use small words, man. I don't even know what that means. I have no idea what you're trying to say. Say it with like smaller words. Say it like you're talking to a sixth grader. Then I'll get it. But you gotta be simple with me, man. Cause I don't. If you don't know what if I don't know what it means, the communication is not real. Hey, Supernova. Hey, Nova. How you doing? Having to prepare yourself to go inside your own home is indeed. Home should be where your heart is, man. Home should be where your heart is. Home gotta be where your heart is. If home ain't where your heart is irrelevant. But right, Tasha. But I'm telling you, people are gonna have a problem with me saying, or with people saying, his wife come first. Of course, it's a problem, because it sounds you put your kids first. If I put my kids first, then they gotta see how I treat my wife. My kids are the product of my wife, of me and my wife, of our relationship. Uh oh. I'll be right back. I think my kids just came home. Hold on, I'll be right back. I hope there's not nobody bothering me. I don't know who that is. Somebody by my door, probably selling something, and I'm not there. But like I said, I know there's people, I know there's people who gonna misunderstand this and say, "Oh, that's mad. Your kids should be first." No, my wife is first, man. I met her first. Rulag, thank you, man. Thank you. I was trying to read the book titles. Oh, my book titles? Step parents have it hard? Man, listen. I know. I feel you on that one. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. I understand. It's saying that you're speaking facts in a world that doesn't want to see things as they are, but how they want to because they. Is that what they're saying? Lord, well, thank you, cats and coasters. Listen. I'm a very simple mind, so I can't read those words. Those big words. I'm a little slow, so I don't mean to take. I just don't know what certain words mean, man. I read a lot of books, but certain words, I don't know. Because like when I read these books, I have to have the dictionary next to me. The dictionary is right there, and I appreciate that. But seriously, though, but that's how I live my life, man. You know, but I think the goal, man, the goal is to learn to love. When you learn to love the one who loves you, you ain't got to try that hard, man. Like seriously, like you ain't got to try that hard when you actually learn to love people. You have to learn. You have to put your wisdom to use. You have to put your wisdom to use. You have to say, you know what? How do I allow somebody that I'm not used to? How do I allow? Oh, I got you, cats and coasters. I got you. I understand. How do I allow somebody to be and accept them for what they are? Because I want to be loved and accepted for who I am. I don't want to be around her acting like I'm 6 foot when I'm 5'1.5". I don't want to be around her acting like this, but I'm this. So I know she had to accept me for who I am because I like me. So I like to be expressive. I'm a very expressive man, by the way. I'm a very emotional man. I'm a very touchy-feely man. Everybody can't deal with that. And I talk a lot when I'm ready. But I liked her that she accepts. You know what? You know what? I realized when we were dating, I realized she never asked me to change. And I think that just made me emotional. She never asked me to change. Thank you, Donald. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. She never asked me to change. Seriously. And so when I realized that, I'm like, why? Because at first, when I met my wife, boy, I was troubled. I'm just telling you my story. I was troubled. I didn't like her like that. I couldn't figure, why are you so quiet? Why don't you talk? What's wrong with you? What's this? What's that? This was 11 years ago. I never got it. But as soon as it hit me one day, wait, this woman accepts you for who you are. Never complain about how you are. Why can't you accept her for who she is? The moment I did that, Lord have mercy, is when I realized that woman is perfect the way how she is. She doesn't need to change because I'm used to something else. Just because I'm used to something different doesn't mean that something is wrong. And if I could just accept this woman and her stuff, I could just see it differently. And when I learned to do that, man, when I learned to do that, I was like, oh, shoot, I was missing all of this. It took me a while too, by the way. It took me a while. Don't think that I'm saying that it took me one day. It took me a while. It took me a while because my ego was in the way. What's up, manifestations? How are you doing? It took me a long time. I didn't get it. Because, her body wasn't what I wanted it to be. You know what I mean? Her butt wasn't big enough. Her chest won't this. Her this won't this. Her that won't this. She wasn't speaking up. She was a little timid. She was this. But I realized, man, maybe let me put my influence in. With women, these try to change their men like it's a badge of honor. I realized, well, maybe she needs, maybe she needs my little touch. Listen, you all don't understand. Hey, Monica Skater, how you doing? Maybe she needs my little touch. Maybe if I join her, not that she will change, but it might affect her in a way. And if she joins me, I might be affected in a way. We got some work to do in relationships. Not work as in what you think. I think our goal is to bring balance and harmony in our lives. Why did you keep dating her in the beginning? Because she made sense. She made sense. I remember when I first met her, she wasn't my type, but I was curious. That curiosity stuff. Hey Verona, how you doing? I was curious. What's up, Sigigo? How you doing? I was curious. And then I was like, she's so cute though. Like, I don't want a cute little upsy, prissy type chick. It wasn't my style. But one day she invited me to her house. Her house was clean. And she was cooking. I was like, you cook? She's like, yeah, what do you mean? I'm single. I cook. How else would I eat? Huh? I didn't think about it. I thought you eat out and buy McDonald's and Burger Kings. And then the house was clean. I said, this is how you keep your house all the time? She's like, what do you mean? Huh? Okay. I see. And then I went to her work and I see her work ethics. I said, this is how you work? Huh? Okay. Hey, Tamara. I said, oh, I like this. And when she spoke, I was like, you smart. She's like, what do you expect? Huh? Maybe I have a problem. He said, don't hate you. I said, I said, maybe I'm the problem, right? Because how do I not like this? And one day she told me, she said, hey, listen, are we going to do this or not? Because if not, leave me alone. What's up, Jada Marie? Hey, what's up, Thomas Lee? How you doing? I said, what do you mean? She said, if you're not going to do this, let's just stop now. Let's leave me alone. If you're going to do this, go ahead and marry me. And if you don't, let's just finish it now. I said, what do you mean? She said, if you're not going to marry, if you're not going to get married, the next day we got married. That's the story. Yeah, proverb. That's the story. She said, if you're not gonna marry me, we should part ways. But I don't wanna keep going. The next day we got married, man. Next day. All joke aside, next day we went to the courthouse, spent $3 and got married. $3. $3. Yeah, me and Jazzy. We did it about a year and a half, off and on. $3, man. Ring was about $25. A ring was about $25. You hear me? $25 was a ring. Maybe 50. We've been there for like a year and a half. But not really dating, but dating. And so I had to learn her afterwards. Hey, Julia, $3. Yeah, $3 was and we was in a whole different country. We was in Korea. South Korea, we was. We went to the South Korea. If you all see my marriage certificate, you are gonna think that it's not a marriage certificate. Because I really thought to myself, are we really even married? It's only a couple years ago we actually agreed, you know what, let's just say that we are married. Because the government recognizes it. But the thing that we got from Korea, this little thing, was $3. We made like 5 copies. I got my own copy still. And from then on, I realized that she was a simple person. Very simple. Man, I was like, man, I like simple. I like simple. And hey, listen, and Cats and she's a damn Libra. And that's the only thing that she was decisive on, the marriage. Everything else, you ask her what she want to eat, she can't tell you though. Can you give me an intake on this issue? My husband is not treat me, but when I told him, hey Kia, it matters how you feel about each other. Indeed. I'm leaving, he starts acting right. So listen, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Um, you say your husband doesn't treat you right, but when you leave, when you talk about leaving, you start acting right. Now I call that the dog and the ball show. You all know a dog and a ball, right? When people start acting right because you threaten to leave, it's like the dog and the ball. Oh, you consider leave? It's like it becomes a dog and a ball. Let me tell you this right here. A dog is only motivated when the ball is far away. When somebody take the ball and throw it far out. That's when the dog becomes motivated. The dog becomes motivated when someone else got what he wants, and what he now wants, or what he didn't want now, is far past his reach. So when somebody throw the ball out, the dog becomes motivated to get up and chase the ball. The dog then bring the ball, no matter where he goes, in the water, in the ocean, in the hole, no matter where the ball is, he will go get the ball. He then brings the ball back to the person who threw it. He then brings the ball back to the one who threw it. And if the person who threw it is no longer interested in the ball, he is no longer either. He puts the ball down, look at the person who's throwing the ball, and he lays down because the ball is now done. So he's done with the ball. If you have that type of man in your life, guess what? If you have that type of man in your life or woman in your life, you're wasting your time. Cats and coasters, facts. Facts, facts, facts. That is how some people are. It's not men, right? It's not women. It's just some men and women. They only want the chase. Only the chase. Only the chase motivates them. Only the chase motivates them. If it's not chasing, they don't know what to do with you. Some people don't know what to do with you when they have you. They don't know what to do with you when they have you. Only when they don't have you. Listen, when you're gone, they know exactly. You know, when you are gone, they know exactly what to do to get you back. You all understand that? I think I hate my kids. When you are gone, they know exactly what to do to get you back. They don't know exactly. They know exactly how to touch you, how to talk to you, how to show up, how to sleep with you. And as soon as you put the ball down, or as soon as you say okay, gone again. And if you're gonna be in that type of relationship, then you're gonna always have to be in your ego. You're gonna always have to be in your ego. And the last time when you disappear, you become the one who got away. Because you know why? Because you're not coming back. You stop playing. That's how the game is being played. And it's not that they are trying to be like this. I don't want you all to think that men are trying to do this. It's not that they are trying to. It's not their intention. They're just and it's not men. It's just some people are not fulfilled on the inside. And an unfulfilled person will never be satisfied until they are working for what they want. Because when they get it, they realize it's not even what I wanted in the first place. And that's why they put it down, like because the dog puts it down. So don't think that men are playing this game with you, because they're not playing. They are dead serious. They don't know any better. It's not just men either. And I'm talking about a certain group of men. I'm not talking about all men. I'm talking about a certain group of men or women. They stop taking you seriously and you will never get the relationship you want. Indeed. So that's what we have to understand. This is why the game, every time you leave, they think that you're playing. You become the ball. Does it make sense now? Every time you leave, you become the ball and they become the dog and they begin to chase you. And you are so confused. Am I still live over here? Can you all listen to me? I think the chat stops. YouTube, are you still there? I don't want to be the ball again. I'm telling you. If you don't want to be the ball, okay, good. If you don't want to be the ball, you have to stop bouncing. You gotta bounce out. You gotta bounce out. And when you bounce out, understand this one thing. When you bounce out, the game gets more intense. That means they're gonna try. They're gonna do things that I've never done. I'm giving you all the tea, as my daughter said. I'm giving you the tea. They're gonna do things that they have never done. They're gonna go to the extreme that they have never been. They are gonna go to the extreme that they have where they have never gone to, and it begin to confuse you because now you begin to think, "Oh my God, I never see them do this. There must be, there must be serious. There must." No, it's you motivate them. Mine trying 10 times, the answer was still no. I'm telling you. That's I learned that after I did that. I never knew what I was doing until I woke my ass up and realized, what the hell am I doing? Can I have a soda instead? I never knew that. And see, when I say this right here, when I say I never knew that I was doing that, I did that a lot. I just never understood why I was doing it. That's why I understand that men, the ones that you talk about, sometimes don't know what the result is. They know what they are doing, but they don't know why. They are moved by certain things, but they don't understand what. And it's when I stopped doing it, and when I became this man, I was like, oh, that's what that makes sense. Oh, I got it now. That's why I talk about it. The chase is easy. The keeping is what requires character, patience, and a measure of selflessness. Sadly, these virtues are, but that's some deep stuff. But it's true. It's facts. It's facts. I moved to get away from one. I moved too. I moved to get away from one too. I went to a whole different country. Y'all don't understand. I went to, and I say this all the time. People don't understand that I know what I'm talking. I understand both sides. I had to move to a whole different country to avoid a woman that I was with. I just couldn't say no. I couldn't, but that was bad. But now I can. But I couldn't say no. I had to move from a whole different country just to live. Just so I can get out of my system. Just so I can pass her through. Because she just being there for you. Lord. You talking about soul ties? Oh my God. Struggling too. I was struggling too. I had to get out. So I think you all don't understand that I've been in places where I talk about I've been on both sides. So I'm not telling you this from a emotionally unintelligent space. I'm telling you this from a both in and out place. I've been in and I've been out. Man, Tasha. But now they're the attract. Man, it was. It was, Donald. But you don't have to move. What you have to do now is stop reacting. Just know that the feelings are there. The feelings ain't going nowhere. I never understood that. The feelings ain't going nowhere. See what I'm saying? Do you read much philosophy? I read a lot of that type of book, plus Stoicism. Thank you for the gifts. Plus a lot of spiritual books, a lot of mental books, mind books. Is there cues to an unfulfilled person? Tiring, being a ball. An unfulfilled person really and truly is never satisfied. They're always bored. Right? Now, we have a lot of people. I hear a lot of women always tell me, I get bored so easily. And men too. Don't get me wrong. Men do it too. Because I used to get bored too. Thank you for the gifts. I used to be that bored man. That's why I couldn't stay with one woman. I never knew why. I just found things. That was one reason. I just keep finding things. And when things were going good, I found that, she probably, I don't like the way how she eat chicken. I don't like the way how she bites her chicken bones. I'm done. I don't like the way how she cross her leg. Like, why's she gonna do that? I can't do this. I just can't. Thank you so much. Maleka, thank you so much. The way how she bites her chicken wings, I can't do it. You ever left somebody for petty reasons? Just petty? Oh, that's how you chew? You got food right here and you chewing? Like you can't wipe your mouth? I can't do it no more. You know what I mean? And we have people, unfortunately, we got people who always get bored. I hear people always say, everybody just is boring. Everybody just bores me. You know why? Because you are boring. That's why. The problem is because you're not fulfilled. See, when you're always bored, because you're not fulfilled. Doesn't it make sense? Because there's no joy in your life. You need somebody to come and stir your life up. Read Spinoza. Miranda, can you write that down for me, please? Spinoza? Hey, my husband does not give me affection like rubs when I'm hurt or anything like that. There a way I can make him change his nature? Um, that's deep, Kia. You see, here's the thing. Um, he have to want to change his nature, and it's not about his nature. I think people have to understand. Like I say this all the time. I said this before. I say this again. People don't understand the point of you don't have to be thirsty to give your partner a glass of water or to bring your partner a glass of water. I don't have to be thirsty to bring my daughter a glass of water when she asks me. Because even though she's my daughter or my son, I don't have to be thirsty. I don't have to be hungry to feed them. And I think we have to understand that. Right? I don't have to be hungry to feed my kids. If they're hungry, I feed them. I'm not Jamaican, no. And so a lot of times a lot of people haven't come in that space yet to understand, even if I don't feel like it, if I know you want it, I realize as a man, a lot of stuff I don't feel like doing. But I know she likes it. You think I want to go out with them damn kids all the time? Hell no. But I do it. You think I want to go all these places where she want to go? No. But I do it because I understand she likes it. So I had to learn, just because I'm not thirsty, I couldn't bring my wife a glass of water. And that's what I practiced. So when I understood that, my relationship got deeper. And she does the same thing. She don't have to be thirsty to bring me some food. It's understanding that people have their own needs. So if my wife, she has this need of talking to me and I listen, and she talks and talks and talks, I listen. That's her needs. I listen. Sometimes I'm like, God damn. I want to just bump my head on the wall so I can just go upstairs and avoid this. But until he understands this, then that's not somebody's nature. That's just somebody don't understand. I don't have to be thirsty. You know what I mean? But seriously, you want to cut the joke? Seriously, I want to just hit my head. Like the other day, my daughter was telling me her tea from school. Daddy, let me tell you the tea. Number one, I don't want to hear the tea. I don't really care to hear the tea. It's too much tea. And my daughter began to talk. And 6 minutes later, my daughter is still talking. And I'm like, hold on, man. This is not my life. This can't be my life. I don't think I'm in this life. I don't know. This life ain't for me. And I realized when I look over the couch, my other daughter was waiting until she finished so she can tell me her tea. Oh, I said, no. So when I look, my other one is waiting her turn. And then my son walked in on us, waiting for his turn. I said, no. I said, oh, shoot, something is upstairs. So my wife was on the couch, but they was telling me their tea. I said, tell your mom. She's like, Kurt. I said, no, tell your mom her tea. Tell your mom. She want to hear. I just left. I went and lay down. I'm like, I can't do this. I can't. It's too much tea. How do you have so much tea in the 5th grade? How do you have all this tea? And my other daughter, how do you have tea in 1st grade? Man, drink that tea. I'm done. I ain't drinking no more tea. I ain't taking that. Listen, I ain't gonna be no everybody tea bag. I can't, man. It's too much. I said, nah, man, I'm done. I'm done with the tea. I went upstairs. I'm like, because I was cleaning chicken. I think I was cleaning chicken. I was like, if I take this knife and do something with my hands, I would start to bleed and I would have to go upstairs and dress the wound. So I ain't gonna hear this no more. I said, nah, I don't want to cut. I said, something gotta change. Man, Tamara, I don't even know. Listen, I couldn't listen. I couldn't listen. I don't think it's fair. I'm a man. I shouldn't be hearing that tea. It's too much. But in relationships, man, quiet storm. In relationships, you have to learn. You don't have to be thirsty to. If we all adopt this understanding, seriously, if we all adopt this, You don't have to be thirsty to give your partner a glass of water. If we adapt this in our life, I promise you, our relationship will flow so much smoothly. Like when sometimes I'm on the couch, right? Sometimes I'm on the couch and my wife is, Kirk, can you bring me some water? Of course. I'll bring you some water. Because I know if I ask her, she would say yes. I know if I ask her, she would say yes. Of course. I don't want to, because I'm comfortable as hell too. But I know if she asks me, it's because she really feel lazy. Yeah, of course. That's just what it is about. It's that simple. But when I want to use my ego and I don't feel like it, I don't feel like it, cut the feeling stuff out, man. We're not in relationships to feel. We are not in relationships to feel. We are in relationships to evolve. We are in them for duty. We are in them for respect. And it assists us in our growing. I think that's why we have them. It's not just about feelings. I think people put so much feelings in relationship that they miss common sense. Stop to me, but I feel in my feelings. I get lost in my feelings. You see that song? It's real. Feelings. I got lost in my feelings. I don't know, you get lost in your feelings. That's why you're acting like silly. You get lost in your feelings. Stuff just don't make sense. Listen, people show you how they feel. People show you how they feel. They show you what they want to tell you, that they are afraid to say with words because they don't want to hurt your feelings. What's up, my brother Clyde? How we doing, man? That needs to flow. Indeed. Life is better when there's a communion bond. Oh, common bond. You know what I realized, man? A lot of people. You know, one of the worst things to be afraid of is relationships. Enough love, man. One of the worst things to be afraid of. Thank you, Malika. One of the worst things to be afraid of is relationships, because when you become afraid of relationships, you know what you do? Let's be real now. I'm gonna drop this gem because my kids come home from school anytime, any moment now. I know they're coming home in a moment with noise. So let me tell you this now. One of the worst things. Let me get the water. Yeah. One of the worst things, hey Melita, to be. What the heck did I just say? I forgot what I just said. What did I say? Oh yeah. A lot of people are afraid of relationships. One of the worst things to be afraid of is relationships. Because let me explain to you why. Okay, Kirk, yes, relationships are the precursor to how you would judge others. Indeed. Let me tell you why. Because relationships is all we have. It's all we have. And I'm talking about relationship with your kids, with your parents, with your coworkers, with your friends. If you are afraid of relationships, understand it will manifest in different parts of your other relationships, because you bring in fear into how things might go, how it ends, how things might end, how things might be, how it might look. You put in a lot of fear in it, because relationships is all we have. That's all you can have. You can only have a relationship with somebody. You can only have relationships with food. You can only have relationships with your house. You can only have relationship with your car. You can only have them with your family, with your friends. All you have is relationships. And so when you are afraid of relationships, you thinking is about one specific one, which is an intimate one. But no, it affects in all your life. It bleeds in all your other relationships. Because you are afraid of the end. You're afraid to move on. You're afraid that you can't this, you can't that. And so all your relationship suffers. And I think you ought to understand this concept, because you think your only problem is your intimate one. It is not. It is, yeah, you heard them, lovely? I bet you heard them. Hi, boo boo.
Yeah,
No, 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 no. I'm getting black again.
you didn't get blocked.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, because you stream it right now.
I know, but you can't bring my face over here. They're
I
gonna
think
block
that
it.
was Leah.
No, it's both of y'all.
It was Leah.
I'll be out there soon, okay?
Huh?
I'll be out there soon. All of them are the same. If you're afraid to leave, then you will not be afraid to live. You won't be afraid to live. To be afraid to leave is to be afraid to live. To be afraid to leave is to be afraid to live. Seriously. You can't be afraid to leave anything because you don't have anything. Remember, you are only relating to them. You are only relating to people. That's all you. I think the word relationship means to people that I have something. No, you are relating to something or to someone or to your own feelings or your thoughts. You are relating to your belief systems. You know, relationship is not about people. Sometimes your relationship is how you relate to your belief about someone. Do you know that? Sometimes the relationship heavily involved the way how you are relating your religion to how you relate with your husband or your wife. Do you understand that? Relationship governs everything that you have in your mind. So the way how you relate to your beliefs or your values or your thoughts or your feelings is how you relate to others. It affects it. So it's not just intimate relationship. It's your entire relationship to everything. There is no separation. There is no separation. It's all one. It's all connected. So, like for instance, I spoke to a lady. She was, she believed in marriage, right? Because religion told her. Religion, indeed, Tamara, religion told her she can't be divorced. She was with the man that she didn't like anymore. She didn't want to be with him. She was literally getting sick. But the way how she related to her religion is the way how she related to her partner. And so she didn't love her partner. She didn't want to be with him, but she related to the scripture or the religion a specific way, which allowed her to perceive her husband or her marriage a specific way, which allowed her to stay in the relationship. All you are doing is relating. It's not what you think. You don't have anything. You don't have nobody. And when you learn that you have nobody, you realize life is so simple. Interpretation, indeed, Gordon Melon. Our identity is different in each person that knows us, meets us, or we interact with. So there are technically countless versions of ourselves living in the minds of others. Indeed, facts. Everybody have a version. Everybody sees you differently. All my 3 kids see me differently. I know for a fact they don't see me the same. They can't. Because I have a relationship with each one of them separately. You have to. One thing I know about relationship is between 2 people. How I relate to my first child, me and her have a relationship. So me and my second, and me and my third. And me and my wife. We can't relate the same way to everybody. About ourselves. Relationship always brings something out of you that you couldn't yourself. Indeed! Indeed! Exactly. If your wife changed her mind and said she was just in her feelings, would you take her back? See, my wife knows that I'm a man of words, and she see certain things we are aware of. I know if I say I'm leaving her, when you tell a woman that you're leaving her, the way how she becomes tensed, the way how she becomes scared, not scared that she can't do by herself, but she don't trust you anymore. She loses hope. She loses a sense of dependence on you. She stopped looking at you as that, she doesn't, what's the word? What is the word I'm looking for? Submit the same way. She began to resist. And I don't want that for me either. So I'm very careful about the way how I speak to her so that she can always stay in that area, her safe space. You know what I mean? So I make sure the way I speak to her, keep her in that safe space. Hey, I ain't going nowhere. I'm right here. So she knows that's what I do, and she understands the power of that. So she don't really, if she don't mean something, she don't say certain things. I've never had a thing with her saying something that's crazy. We've been together 11 years. I have never seen her say something that's out of thing that makes me question how she feels about me. Never. Isn't that crazy? 11 years. 10 years. And so I return the favor. I mean, it's hard sometimes. I think personality plays a part. But yeah, man. But listen, man. But listen. I think my point of this video was to just bring out some stuff, man. Listen, we can't allow ourselves. We can't keep allowing people to tell us how they feel about us, and we just stay there and take the abuse. We can't allow people to tell us how bad we are and tell us that we ain't nothing and that they don't want us, and we stay there while they remind us every day of how they feel. At a certain point we have to understand that it's us. The issue has to be in us. They're telling you the truth. You wish your husband would communicate better? Well, you have to learn the way how he communicates. We don't have to wish the way that they communicate better. We just have to understand the way how they communicate. Are you separated? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But you don't have to ask somebody to communicate better. You have to learn to interpret how they communicate. And sometimes that's just our challenge. Communication. Nobody needs to communicate differently. We just have to, like your kids. One thing that you know how your kids behavior. You know how when your kids lying. Do you know when your kids lying? Have to stop wanting ourselves from others and let folks be. Indeed, Tamara. Indeed. Let that man communicate how they communicate. Everybody communicates, man. Everybody communicates. So you really talking about you talking about English and Spanish. You talking about the literal language itself. Yeah, that's a bit different. What age should a young woman be married? To be honest, I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. I think it's better to get married younger, like 30s. I really believe I'm seeing now, because look at these. Oh, she said 25. Because look at what's going on now, man. I think many of us are waiting too long to get married, and by the time we don't know how to value people. We can value ourselves and our space, but we don't know how to value people. Everybody can value their own space, right? Well, maybe 25, 30. I think 25, 30 is a decent age. I don't think that's old. But people learn to value themselves and learn to value their singleness. And if you stay too long only valuing yourself and valuing your space and your singleness, it's very hard to value people. So I think at the young age, about 25 to 30, I think that's a good age between that range. I think you have a little bit of what you know. You know some stuff. You self-regulated somewhat. And I think one of my biggest thing when it comes to women being married is check your feelings. Check your feelings. I know it's how you experience everything, but check your feelings. Your feelings could be off. Your feelings could be off. Like your feelings could be completely off. It could be way off. It could be just your feelings. Seriously, I think I will tell you one advice that I would tell women is to check, no matter what age you are, check your feelings when you're married, because I think it's too many divorces coming up, and women are just ready to get divorced because they don't feel this, they don't feel that. I think we should learn to feel fulfilled. I think I'm gonna tell my daughters, hey, number one, before you get with any man or anybody, feel fulfilled. Yeah, be fulfilled within yourself. Be complete. And so you can tell when it's a feeling or when it's reality. But the feeling, sometimes that stuff be stored in you, stored memory in you, and you believe that it's something that's happening now. Sometimes that feeling comes because it's a memory, not because something is wrong. And I think we have to learn the difference. But I think women take the feelings in a whole different angle. Listen, I told you all, right? The stats when it comes to divorces. Yeah, that feelings be off. I told you all the stats for these divorces, and I think it's something that we have to learn from. Divorces. Gay men have a 19% divorce rate, right? Heterosexual couples have about a 34% divorce rate. And lesbian couples has about a 70% divorce rate. We have to learn that sometimes it's not about your, and these brothers don't understand. Why are you bored? Why are you always bored? Why do you always want to be spontaneous? Why can't you just relax and chill? And so when two women come together, even they get divorced. Why? Because it's two strong feelings coming together, and one of them don't want to settle, and one don't. And I think when you figure this out, you might be too late. I think when you all figure this out, it might just be too late. Because you listen and you obey your feelings too much. I think the feelings, man. I think the feelings is messed. Yeah, Sweepy. 70% divorce rate in lesbian couples. 70. 34% in men and women. And 19% in gay men. 19. 19. Something is off. Something is off. Something gotta be off. Something don't make sense. But you want to feel this, you want to feel that, you want to get into this feeling, you want to get up and go, you want to get up, you want to, relax. Men are like, hey, we chilling today. Men are not emotionally charged, correct? Men are very emotionally charged. Listen, men are very emotionally charged. You know, yesterday this lady said, you know, men don't have emotions. But how are we living? If men don't have emotions, how are we alive? Where's our energy coming from? The anger? Men be doing some crazy things to women and to themselves and to people and to, that's emotions. Emotions are very strong in men. It's just that we feel different things to be emotional about. Our emotions are different from yours because we practice different emotions. See, when you were young, you was taught to practice this emotion and that emotion. I was taught to practice this one and this one. And so our emotion speak differently. But men are just as emotional as women. Men are just as emotional as women. I need you all to understand, we just use different emotions. Like we're not all in this feeling stuff. Women are. But you have to be mindful of that. Indeed. So what am I saying? I'm saying this, man. Check your feelings because you might be in a good relationship, but your feelings, you always want to feel and feel and feel. And that's how, you know, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's right, but you check your feelings. Like, do some stuff to your feelings. Like, be honest with your feelings. Sometimes they're off. You know, sometimes you give a woman so much and then one day you don't give it to her. I feel, you know, I was watching Judge Judy. I watch Judge Judy. I like Judge Judy. And one thing about when she's doing her law, when she's making her justice thingy, when people say, well, I don't care how you feel. How you feel is irrelevant. What is true and what is false is all I focus on, not your feelings. How you feel is, and sometimes you have to understand your feelings are conditioned. It's in your body. Her judgment, yeah. Judge Judy was, I don't care about your feelings. I care about what you are doing. Can you talk a little about intimacy? Like, okay, let me talk a little bit more about that, Shanika. Shanika, the next time you see me live, can you bring that up if you don't mind? Because I have to get off of here because my kids are home. I don't like leaving them unattended for long because I know they want to tell me their tea. They have a lot of tea that they want to tell me. You all understand? Friday, hey Gianna, Friday, I'm going to be live. Hey Resilient, Friday I'm going to be live on YouTube with this big old buff black man. Tall, 6'3" black man, muscular. And we're going to be in this room right here because he lives here. And the way how he talks, I want to bring him on. I want to bring him on this. All right. Hey, Sheena. Sheena, good to see you. I ain't seen you in a long time. How you been? The way how he talks. What if he only wants to see me at 11 or 12 midnight? Let me get this question first. What if he wants to see me at 11 or 12 midnight, but he says he wants to be with me? Let me be honest with you. Now, this is gonna hurt somebody's feelings. Yeah, tomorrow, Friday. This is gonna hurt somebody's feelings. If a man only wanna see you at 11 to midnight and 12 o'clock midnight, that is when the cockroaches come out. That means he thinks that you're a cockroach. He thinks that you're a cockroach. Cockroaches only come out when people went to bed. You know, you don't see that first cockroach. Not, and it's not a cockroach, it's a cockroach. You don't see that first cockroach until midnight. That cockroach be coming out looking for people, making sure that nobody is up, nobody's in the living room. And so when a man only want to see you at 11 to midnight, it's because you're a cockroach. Now, I'm not calling you a cockroach, but he have cockroach tendencies. At tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. On YouTube. We're going to talk about business. We're going to talk about some stuff that you probably don't want to hear. We're going to be real. I like his perspective because it's not like mine. Right? 8 EST. We're going to talk about some things because his viewpoint is nothing like mine. He give it to you very raw. The way he speaks is direct and raw. I'm coming from a place of a little bit more jokey type. All right, so it's going to be deep. But I'm telling you, man, listen, if a man wouldn't want to see you at night, midnight, that's cockroach hours. And it's not the regular cockroach. It's the one that flies. It's them flying ones. Fun then. Yeah, you remember on that? It's the one that flies. The one with the big old wings. Thank you, Pay. Thank you. You know what I mean? So you got you gotta be mindful. Don't let nobody come and see you at nighttime. Who can't see you in the day? You're not a cockroach. And you have to let them know, I ain't no cockroach. No cockroach here. I want to see you out at restaurants. You see, because in restaurants, they keep the cockroaches in the back. Let me go to a restaurant. Let's see if cockroaches are in the back. Let's go to the restaurant. Let's go out and eat. Let's go out and have a little drink or two. Take me out. Don't come to my house. Yeah, I'm telling you, Sheena, them cockroaches be like this big. You ever see a cockroach? And you know, when the cockroach comes out, they come out so slow because they want you to see them. I think that sometimes they just want your company to see them. I remember I went to this woman's house once, and this cockroach just jumped up and just flew so, and he was flapping his wings so nice, and he just coasted in the air because he jumped off the wall. And in the wall, he just jumped in front of me and that woman. Just glide across. And I'm trying to be nice, so I'm trying to avoid, because if you see that I saw your cockroach, you're going to feel bad. If you give me if you connected eye thing, if you had eye connection, and we connected our eyeballs, and you see I saw that cockroach, you're going to feel funny. So I have to pretend that I don't see it. And the thing is just, and I'm like, man, this is so crazy. Yeah, man. I don't understand. So I'm like, should I say that I saw it? But I saw it. But I was just praying, please don't land on me. Now, if the cockroach, and it's not a cockroach, it's a cockroach. If the cockroach landed on me, I was praying, God, please. Don't let it land on me, please, God, please. That thing was just, how is it going so slow? And you can't kill nobody's pet. I'm like, is it your pet? I'm thinking, what is going on? If that thing landed on me, Lord, and they have, but where there's one cockroach, there's two. But I'm saying, seriously, all jokes aside, I know I talk nonsense sometimes, right? It was really a joke. Stomach hurt, Julia, stomach hurt. I was just praying, please don't land on me, because when the cockroach land on you, oh, you're cool. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. I'm going live tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with this guy. It's going to be on Fridays. I'm going to pick up my Friday podcast on YouTube. So if you're not on YouTube, follow me on YouTube, because you don't want to miss this. Follow me on YouTube. My YouTube is Conscious Kirk. Conscious with a K, Kirk. I'm going to only be on YouTube on my podcast. I'm tired of sharing platform. That's too much mics. I'm too old to be doing all them sharing stuff and setting up different. I'm the one using one. I ain't doing all this stuff no more. No. Good. I'm glad. All right? Because we're going to talk. Hey, Latonya, how we doing? But yeah, man, you know, once the cockroach land on you, ain't nothing else. Hey. So, thank you, Gordon Madeline. But listen, man, so I see you guys tomorrow. I hope I answered your question. If a man only want to come over at night, midnight, and 11 o'clock, that's cut that thing off. That man, he probably look at you like you have like whiskers and stuff. So cut it off. He don't respect. He don't, he don't respect you. He hiding from somebody. So, yeah. So definitely, that thing have wings. That thing is like drink some Red Bull. You hate them. I'm telling you, them cockroach came. They come. They come. When they come, just relax. Just let them. I even felt the wing blow on me. She gonna say, "Kirk, you okay?" Yeah, I'm all right, man. What happened? I said, "What happened with what?" Oh, nothing. Because I guess she wanted me to say I saw it. No, Kirk, you all right? Yeah, I'm good, man. But you know, once you see a cockroach in somebody's house, you can't be comfortable anymore. You start to feel a seed. You start looking. Man. Kirk, Kirk, what happened? Nothing. Why? Well, you want to come back later? No. Why not? No. I mean, Kirk, be honest. What's the problem? No problem at all. You're looking all in the roof because they be in the roof on the walls. Kirk, let's talk. Man, I'm talking. I can't talk. I don't know what to. Why do you keep looking at? I gotta go. I gotta go. Where you gotta go? Kirk, be honest. Did you see it? See what? Did I see what? Did you see it? I mean, I know you saw it. Because you saw that I saw it. And you saw it too. You saw it, and I saw it. Because I know you saw it. I don't know where that come from. So it's your first time seeing it. And you didn't trip. You know, and you know, when they see it, you know, if you saw it as a woman and you didn't start screaming, that ain't your first time either. You saw it before. That's your roommate. Like when you invite people over to your house, you gotta tell them that you have company. You got roommates. You can't just that's your roommate. I don't trust you. Come say bye so that I can get over here.
Bye.
Say bye. Ouch.
Bye.
That's my two bad people. All right. Okay, I'm just joking. You're not bad. All right. Say bye. And say I will see you guys later.
See you guys later.
All right. I'll see you guys later, man. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. Let me go take care of these. Let me go do something with them. Maybe not. Maybe let's stay on the couch and watch TV.